Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the Interior Department orders strict border controls ahead of the implementation of the enhanced community quarantine in Metro Manila. Also, amid the strictest form of lockdown, Metro Manila mayors say vaccinations will continue. And what else can be done to prepare for a Delta COVID-19 surge, as experts tell DOH that active cases in Metro Manila could reach 30,000 in September. Interior Secretary Eduardo Año joins us live. The Interior Department orders the strict implementation of border controls or border protocols over the weekend, regulating access to and from Metro Manila and adjacent provinces or the NCR+. This means that only authorized persons outside residents or APORs will be allowed to enter and leave the bubble. Metro Manila will shift to the strictest form of lockdown starting August 6th. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Interior Secretary Eduardo Año. Secretary Año, welcome back to The Source. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning to everyone, our televiewers.
So, Secretary, border controls are already in effect. I believe this was since midnight of August 1. Ano po? And this is obviously ahead of the imposition of the enhanced community quarantine. Can you just please tell us the reason behind this?
Well, first of all, the NCR will be under ECQ beginning of August 6 up to August 20. But for the meantime, based on the approved resolution in the IATF meeting last Thursday, in the interim, Metro Manila will be under GCQ with heightened restrictions, with additional restrictions. And pinaka-number one natin dito, yung tinatawag nating travel into and out of the National Capital Plus area, which is mga authorized persons outside the residences will be allowed. This is done because we want to control the movement of the people. We do not want Metro Manila residents to go out of NCR and unknowingly bringing the Delta variant to other areas of the country. So baka mas lalong mahirapan tayo pagka magkaroon din ng mga surges outside of NCR. So dito sa atin, while wala pang ECQ, ay ipatutupad na natin. So beginning midnight of, early of August 1, naglagay na tayo ng mga quarantine checkpoints in the NCR Plus areas.
Ibig sabihin, no, Secretary Año, yung mga controls, yung borders na binabantayan ay sa labas ng NCR Plus, meaning sa labas ng Metro Manila, Cavite, sa border ng Metro Manila, Cavite, Laguna, Bulacan at Rizal. Tama po?
Yes, that's right. Because may mga economic tayo, yung ating mga workers at hindi sila maabala. Although meron din tayong mga checkpoints along the borders, no? Their job is to enforce the minimum public health standards. But on the NCR Plus, ayaw na nating may papasok na hindi naman talaga APOR at walang lalabas din from the National Capital Region. So ang talagang point ng ating paghihigpit na to is really to restrict movement para ma-shut down natin yung movement din ng virus.
Okay. Maiwan yung NCR Plus sa NCR Plus. Ganun po yun. Ibig sabihin, kung nandito ka sa NCR Plus, dito ka na, hindi ka na pwedeng lumabas at yun nasa labas, hindi na rin po pwedeng pumasok sa NCR Plus. So, let's talk about, Secretary, just siguro concerns ng ibang tao. Sabihin po natin na they are residents outside NCR+. Pero ano ho ang kanilang pwedeng ipakita sa borders para po papasukin sila? Sabihin po natin taga Metro Manila gustong pumunta ng, for example, Batangas. Ano hong kailangan nila pakita dun sa mga borders?
First of all, dapat APOR muna sila, no? Authorized persons outside of the residence. At kailangan kung meron silang I-8F IDs, meron silang mga valid IDs or pertinent documentation issued by the establishments that are allowed to operate under GCQ with heightened restrictions. And eventually later on, establishments that are authorized to operate under the ECQ or any proof of evidence na authorization kanilang travel, yung purpose of travel. So yan ay kikilalanin. So even ID lang ng mga establishments ay i-recognize ng ating mga PNP personnel.
Okay. Yung pong mga planong umuwi, sabihin po natin, dalawa yung kanilang residence. Isa po sa Metro Manila at isa po outside NCR+. Papayagan pa ho ba silang umuwi?
Ano na, dapat mag-stay na lang sila because that's the purpose of these restrictions. No? As much as possible, gusto natin standstill lang sila. No? They stay at home. Kung di sila authorized lumabas, dyan lang sila. That's the point of it, why we really want to strictly enforce the restriction para hindi na magkaroon ng movement at hindi na makalabas yung Delta variant.
Pero kung meron po silang ID na magpapatunay na resident po sila sa labas ng Metro Manila, papayagan pa po sila sa mga border?
Well, from now until August 5, pwede pa sila. Pero hindi na sila pwedeng mag-criss-cross back, no? Unless they are reporting for work. No? But kung halimbawa sa nila, doon na lang mag-stay sa probinsya, sa ngayon, yun yung ating pinaghihigpit. No? Hanggat maaari, dyan ka na lang kung nasaan ka ngayon.
Secretary, I wanted to find out from you, this is of course going to be our third lockdown. Ano po? Are there any other proposals in mind to strictly enforce border controls? Is there anything new? O katulad lang po ng na-experience ng ating karanasan in the past 2 lockdowns?
Well, first na, ang pinaka-maramp up natin din yung vaccination. No? Kahit na hanggang gabi, nagbabakuna tayo. The NBOX has allocated 4 million, at least 4 million vaccines to the NCR. So that's another purpose of this lockdown. And then, of course, with the Delta variant, makapag-conduct tayo ng aggressive and intensive tracing, contact tracing, and ma-identify kagad natin yung mga positive at mailagay natin sa mga isolation facilities. Yung talagang mga severe, mailagay natin sa hospital. This is the way of breaking the chain of transmission. And at the same time, use this to enhance healthcare infrastructure. No, nagbago kasi landscape because of the Delta variant. No? Dito sa ASEAN, wala pa talagang nakapag-reverse ng situation without going to hard lockdown.
Going on lockdown.
So itong ating lockdown is just really to mitigate, to control, no? And to maximize vaccination. Sabi na ng mga health experts natin, no, pag hindi tayo maglo-lockdown, aabot tayo ng mga 500,000 new cases a day by September 30. Although sa projection, kahit na aangat pa rin tayo, no, maybe up to 30,000 in the end of September, pero at least hindi tayo aabot sa 3 digits. And by then, marami na tayong namakunahan. So magkakaroon ng magsasalubong yan at gaganda yung ating situation. So plus yung strict enforcement ng mga minimum public health standard. So maganda naman yung ating nakikita in the future.
Let's talk about that, what you just said. That was quite concerning, sir. Yung sinabi nung experts, there are 2 groups that the DOH cited. Na pagdating ng September, posibleng umabot, let's clarify this, yung active cases sa Metro Manila from 18,000 to 30,000 by September. Ano po? Right? Mataas po yun kasi we're talking about active cases. And the question would be, do we have enough quarantine facilities? And more importantly, do we have enough rooms in hospitals for them? How are we preparing for this 30,000 by September active cases in NCR?
First of all, yung 30,000, sabi nga ng health experts, ipa-factor in din natin. Hindi pa kasi na-factor in dyan yung dami ng mababakuna natin at saka yung tinatawag nating strict enforcing ng pagsusot ng mask patient. So maaaring bababa pa yan kasi unlike other countries na nag-alis sila ng mask, talagang bumilis yung kanilang transmission. No? But in a way, sa One Health, One Hospital Command ay ina-address na natin kung paano yung pag-a-adjust. Like for example, we will convert more rooms and wards to COVID ICU wards. At yung mga nasa hospital naman na medyo pagaling na, dapat ay mailipat din natin ito sa mga PTMF. No? And of course, we already directed our LGUs to prepare additional isolation facilities, convert other infrastructure into isolation facilities. We have to do this together. No? Kaya nga yung two weeks minimum ECQ and also
Secretary, pasensya na po, nawawala ho kayo on air. It might be your internet, could be your internet. So let me go on break first. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Interior Secretary Eduardo Año. Secretary, pasensya na po na wala ho kayo some parts of it. Kanina. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Secretary?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Balikan lang po natin yung sinabi ninyo kanina, yung pinag-uusapan natin active cases.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Secretary.
Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Secretary, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So we were talking about the possibility of active cases by September, to 30,000. You were saying, as I understood it, meron naman po tayong ibang, we will still employ the minimum health protocols, plus very important, yung vaccination, I understand. So let's talk about that. Vaccination will continue. Just to be very clear, sir, whether we are on GCQ with heightened plus additional or ECQ, sir?
Yes, it will continue. Even if the LGUs will do overtime by scheduling vaccinations, even at night, tuloy-tuloy tayo. Yung mga magpapabakuna, authorized silang lumabas ng bahay, ipakita lang nila yung kanilang appointment schedule or even yung phone lang na nagko-confirm na may schedule silang bakunahan that day.
Tama po, Secretary, because for the most part, telepono po yung dapat ipakita na meron kayong appointment, ito yung pangalan mo, anong oras at saan. So okay, that's very important. Are there plans as DILG chief, sir, to propose a 24/7 vaccination? I ask that, sir, because, well, number one, we need to factor in if there are enough people to man this, no? But number two, para po magtuloy-tuloy talaga yung vaccination at hindi po humaba po yung mga pila during the day.
Yes, thank you, Pinky. I am amenable to that. And in fact, we will employ additional law enforcement officers in vaccination sites to ensure that there are order in the vaccination, including personnel from the Bureau of Fire. We'll have standby ambulances. So 24 hours a day is okay with me para lang matapos natin yung 4 million, at least 4 million vaccines. And kung may madadagdag pa, mas mabuti.
Opo. Committed na ho ba yung 4 million for NCR?
Yes, committed na yung 4 million. We had a meeting with the NCR mayors last Friday. And na-commit na natin ito. Meron ng actually ibinibigay na distribution list to our LGUs. And of course, kung may mga LGU dyan na mas dadagdag pa yung or tataas yung kanilang vaccination rate. Dadagdagan pa rin yung mga vaccines na ibibigay sa kanila.
I did read, sir, what you said, no, that there will be police on vaccination sites, markets, etc., and then yung parang medical personnel ng PNP will also be helping doon sa vaccination. I know that you were saying that you're open to a possible 24/7 vaccination. My question after that is this: would you push for something like that? Ibig ko sabihin, sir, kailangan na hubang gawin nating 24/7 ang vaccination as soon as possible?
Yes, as soon as possible. At kailangan natin talaga yan. No? Ito yung isa sa pinakamagandang paraan para mapabagal mo at ma-address natin itong transmission. If you will take note, no, in UK and Israel, no, nagkaroon sila ng spikes. In fact, in UK, I think umaabot na sa kanila yung more or less 27,000 new cases a day. Pero konti lang yung namamatay because of the vaccines. Ganun din sa US, no? Kahit mataas yung kanilang new cases, about 77,000 a day, pero namamanage sila because of high percentage of vaccinated population. So, kaya kailangan ma-ramp up natin ito, panglaban natin ito. Iba talaga itong Delta variant, ano, compared with other variants na nakaharap natin at na-manage natin. So this time, it's really a combination of a hard lockdown, ramp up vaccinations, and strict enforcement of minimum public health standard. And of course, absolutely no mass gathering.
May tanong lang po, meron ho ba tayong sapat na supply ng bakuna para sa 24/7 vaccination? 24/7 vaccination. Sorry.
Yes. Actually, tomorrow, no, about 3 million will be arriving. No? Ito ay galing sa Novavax. No? So, sa Novavax. At ito ay kasama ito sa mga i-distribute natin sa NCR. And of course, yung 2 million, that's the minimum. Oh. Kung meron pa tayong may dadagdag dyan, gagawa niya ng paraan.
You know, I keep asking this, sir, obviously, because this is a race against time. Ano po? We're talking about two very important things, di ho ba? Talagang kailan the strictest minimum health standards ang ipatupad natin. At number 2, yung vaccination. And if we have about what is our population in NCR? I'm sorry, sir, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 12 million, kundi po ako nagkakamali.
Around 10 million, yes.
13. Kailangan ho mabakunahan, well, 13, pero that includes the youth, no, na hindi pa pwedeng bakunahan. We really need to reach herd immunity in NCR. And we need to talk about even other provinces, but I'm going to go to that later before I lose my point, sir. Paano po yung, kasi sabi nyo sa vaccination, pag mag-ECQ, GCQ tayo, kailangan pakita nyo yung patunay na mabavaccinate kayo. Paano po yung mga pinapayagan ng walk-in? How does that come into play, sir?
Well, ang atin muna sana na maging policy is unahin muna natin yung mga registered para kasi ang gusto natin din makapag-identify ng time slot to sa mga iba-vaccinate para hindi magkukumpulan. No? Ang nangyari kasi pag sinabi lang na ikaw ay pwede magpapakuna ngayong araw, madaling araw pa lang pipila na sila. No? Ang gusto natin may time slot sila. Let's say for example, 1 hour for a group of let's say 50 or 100. So doon lang sila pupunta sa ganung para maiwasan natin yung crowding, no. So kung merong walk-in, hindi natin makokontrol, no. But that is case to case, no. May mga areas naman na pwede nating allow yung walk-in kapag talaga nakikita naman natin na kaya silang i-accommodate. So I would rather defer it to the LGUs kung kanilang i-impose or ipapayagan yung walk-in. But at much as possible, gusto natin, i-spread natin all over the day yung mga babakunahan.
Okay. Secretary Año, we need to take another short break. The source will be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Interior Secretary Eduardo Año. Secretary, may I just clarify what you said earlier? Sabi mo may dadating bukas. Are you talking about from the COVAX facility, sir?
Yes, that's right. Pinky. Bukas
Okay,
darating,
cool.
and in fact, the president will be one of those who will welcome the arrival of the vaccines.
All right. That's clear. We need to talk about Ayuda. Madami pong magtatanong tungkol sa Ayuda. Ang lumalabas po na balita, it could be 1,000 per person but not a maximum of 4,000 per family. Yun na ho ba yung numerong ibibigay at sino ho ang bibigyan, Secretary?
Sa ngayon, yan yung ating working figure. Yung kung ano yung ginawa natin noong April and May, more or less ay the same figure at saka amount. But of course, ang mga NCR mayors nagsasabi na bigyan sila ng konting flexibility because after 2 months, maaaring may mga pagbabago. No? So, pero hindi yan lalayo sa figure na yon. 1,000 per person but not exceeding 4,000 per family. Very recent pa naman ito at nakita natin yung distribution maayos no, at the time. So we will probably follow the same formula. So sa ngayon ay nag-activate na yung tinatawag natin social amelioration technical working group na binubuo ng DSWD, DILG at saka DND. And kung ma-assert na natin yung panggagalingan ng funds, then we can start the distribution in time for the ECQ implementation.
When do you think, if you have any idea, sir, kailan mag-uumpisa yung distribution ng Ayuda?
I cannot say the exact date, pero para sa akin talaga, the soonest possible time. Kung pwede sana, no, pagpasok ng ECQ, makapag-start tayo ng distribution. No? So may mga inaayos pa ng mga requirements, but nangako naman yung ating pamahalaan, no? Ang ating Pangulo na magkakaroon ng ayuda during the lockdown.
And I want to talk briefly about the contact tracing, which is again very, very important. What is needed is to test right away, to contact trace, to isolate. Ano po? Which LGUs do you see, sir, may have problems with contact tracing sa ngayon? At ano po ang dapat gawin para mapalakas ang contact tracing? Secretary?
Yes.
Okay, pasensya na po, nawala po ulit kayo. Could you repeat your reply, sir, about contact tracing and LGUs?
Well, our LGUs in NCR are already good in contact tracing. No? May mga additional contact tracers din naman na ibinigay no? Through the DOLE. And of course, yung hinayar natin na additional nakikita natin yung lahat ng LGUs sa contact tracing, pati yung surveillance units, no? Servisyo nila. So talaga natin paikliin yung detection ng mga cases in less than 5 days para ma-isolate ka agad. With the ECQ, ito yung magagawa natin kasi hindi naman gumagalaw yung mga tao, mas madaling mag-contact tracing. Unlike kung ikot ng ikot, labas ng labas, at ang mga tao hindi mo mahagilap. No? So we will take advantage of this lockdown to facilitate and fast-track the contact tracing. It's really a challenge, but sa 1.5 year naman na experience natin, magagaling na yung ating mga local chief executives. No? Dito sa Metro Manila, saludo ako dyan sa mga mayors natin. Sobrang galing. In fact, tanungin mo yung mga mayors natin, alam nila yung detalye. Ilan yung bagong kaso, sino yung nadala sa isolation. So kung siguro kung may mga experts tayo na local chief executives, they are the mayors in Metro Manila.
And let's talk about outside NCR. There have been reports, and I did hear on radio, today, Secretary Año, yung meron, I'm not sure if you saw videos supposedly doon sa Cebu City kung saan merong mga pasyente na naka-line up sa labas na may mga oxygen. There was an interview on radio today sa DZMM Teleradyo, yung councilor po ng Cebu City, kinonfirm po na may isang ospital doon talaga na puno. Well, the situation is as he described, kasi bago ka nga naman talaga makapasok, hindi ho ba kailangan ka muna i-test for COVID, and that may take a while. Please tell us a situation that you know of in Cebu City now.
Yes, nakita na natin actually yung trend sa Cebu as early as about one week ago, no? At nakita natin yung transmission doon. Kaya ang tatlong highly urbanized cities ng Cebu, no, ay nilagay na natin sa MECQ. At ang Cebu province naman ay under GCQ with heightened restrictions, no. At may mga lugar din sa Cebu province, may dalawang municipality doon na ipuput under MECQ. Kasi mabilis na ang pagtaas ng cases doon. Ang nangyayari doon ay katulad parang nangyari dito sa Cagayan de Oro City. And of course, we will provide assistance to those cities. We would be sending code teams, no, to give advices, and the DOH will provide additional assistance. Normally kasi pagka tumaas ang Metro Manila, tumataas din ang Cebu kasi yung mga passengers, yung mga residents, ano yan aside pa Metro Manila, the next destination, Cebu, no? Kaya kailangan mo talagang maghigpit doon. And they're doing something naman, ano? Nagmi-meet na yung ating mga mayors doon, naka-activate yung mga emergency operation centers at nag-impose na sila ng liquor ban, and at the same time yung pag-stricto sa mga pag-enforce ng minimum health standard, no? Ang Cebu naman ay dumaan na before dyan at experiencado na sila. Pero with the Delta variant, kailangan pa talaga ng assistance from the national government.
Okay. Sorry, sir, this is just very important. This is from a netizen, and this was also a question asked in the past, no? Itong vaccination po sa NCR, ano po, 4 million ang kinomit po ng gobyerno. Pwede ho bang palagay nyo on your para po sa inyo, dapat ho ba buksan ito sa lahat na? Hindi, wala na po si A1, A2, A3, A4. Anybody who wants to be vaccinated, should they be vaccinated already?
Yes, maganda yan. Pero ang kailangan kasi natin, Pinky, yung A2 and A3, no? Kasi yung A2 and A3, kung hindi mo yan bigyan ng priority, halos walang sense ito dahil kasi sila yung namamatay, no? Ang ating target dito is mapababa yung mortality rate, no? Sila yung tinatamaan yung may comorbidities at saka merong yung senior citizens natin, no? Kaya kailangan priority sila kung pwedeng i-house to house sila. Special service dapat gagawin ng ating LGUs yan.
Okay.
But of course, kung halimbawa naman ay may bakanting then we can inject all other categories, especially the A4, na yung mga working, yan ang mga talagang lumalabas. Kailangan mauna natin sila. Then we go to other categories.
Okay. Interior Secretary Eduardo Año, sir, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras and take care, sir.
Yes, maraming salamat din at sa ating mga kababayan, sana maunawaan ninyo bakit ginagawa natin ito para sa kaligtasan ng lahat. So sumunod lang po tayo at mag-cooperate at we will overcome these challenging times. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.